This is the problem right here. Well, I have an issue here. So I was gonna put this away, and I'm having an issue with where this doesn't sense me on the machine anymore. So that means all the hydraulics are locked. It locks all the hydraulics. So now I gotta figure out where the switch is for this thing, because I can't get to it. So I gotta find out where the operator presence switch is located on this machine. So I guess I gotta take this out if I can to get to it. I think I gotta get my toolbox and get that out and see what's going on out here. That's the only way I can see behind that platform, because I don't know what's going on behind there. I have no idea. The sensor's behind there. So first of all, I gotta remove this. I gotta remove this platform right here. I don't know how to do it. I guess we'll have to figure it out like everything else in life. I guess to do it, to remove it, we just gotta, I don't know. How do you remove this? Interesting. Well, we'll have to learn together how to remove the platform to get to the operator switch and possibly bypass it. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Luckily, I'm not too far from home, so I'm gonna go get my tools and work on it while I have my concrete guys finish up the concrete out there. So today didn't go as planned. I was right in the middle of a job when my mini skid steer completely stopped. The engine was running, but the hydraulics were totally locked up. The arms wouldn't move and the tracks wouldn't budge. If you ever had this happen, you know how frustrating it is, especially when you're on a client's clock. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I diagnose and resolve this issue so you don't get stranded. So the first thing I did was check the basic. I looked for any obvious blown holes or massive leaks, but everything looked dry. When the system locks up like this, it's often a pressure issue or failed quick coupler. So in this case right here, the issue was actually a bad relay. Originally, I thought the issue was going to be the operator presence switch, which I'm taking everything apart just to see where that switch is at. But come to find out, it was actually a relay. So now that I have the platform out of the way, I went ahead and pressed on the switch manually to see if it was gonna make any difference. So even after pressing on the switch manually, the problem wasn't resolved. So I went ahead and tried to bypass the switch next. So I can bypass it. We can bypass the switch if I take this one off, because this is supposed to be the switch. This one only had 2 wires. It's well in there. Let me see. Okay, so I just got back from Vermeer, and they have the switch in stock. It's this one right here. So I'm gonna replace it and see if it works. I tried to bypass it, but it didn't work. It should have worked, but I don't know, it just didn't work. So I used this little wire right here just to bypass it and put these two together, but it didn't work. So I don't know, but I paid $93 for a new switch, and hopefully that's it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put this new switch on, put everything together, and see if it cranks up. If it don't, then we're in trouble. I'm tightening this on the bottom because for some reason these screws on the bottom are loose too. It's crazy. I just replaced the switch. Still nothing. What could it be next? So it still doesn't work, even after putting a new switch on. So what can it be next? That's crazy. It's cost me about $100 with this damn switch. Doesn't work. Okay, so this is the problem right here. I changed out the switch for the platform switch, but I'm still not getting any my hydraulic. I'm stepping on here. My hydraulic line still won't budge, still won't do anything. I can't go left or right. And it just stopped working all of a sudden. So I changed the switch out. I tried to bypass it, that's still nothing. I know this worked. But I don't know what's going on, so I don't know if there's a fuse somewhere I got to. Alright, so guys, this is the problem right here. So I talked to somebody on the Vermeer website, our Facebook group page. Man, that was so helpful because I didn't know what to check on. So he told me to check the relay and move them around. So I moved this relay to number 1, try to crank it, it wouldn't crank. So then I moved, it wouldn't crank. So it's like, okay, I moved this relay back to, I moved this to number 1 first, then I moved number 1 to number 3, so it wouldn't crank, and then I moved it back again. It cranked up, which it means that it's fine. And now the hydraulic are working just like how they used to before. That was weird. So I'm gonna tell my wife to pick up some relays and keep them with me as backup, because you know, I don't know what's going on, but the relay seems to be faulty. So yeah, I'm gonna load everything up, and I'm gonna take it home, and I'm going to wait for my wife to bring me the relays and stuff. All right. When you step on the pedal, you should be hearing that relay click like that. Let go, it should click off. So I swapped in a new relay, and listen to that. You can hear the hydraulic load up immediately. We are back in business. This just goes to show, always check your relays and fuse before you assume the worst. It's a $10 part. At Vermeer, it's a $25 part. That almost cost me a day's worth of work. Alright, so this is going to be my last video for 2025, and I just really want to say thank you. Whether you've been here since my first video or you just joined the channel today, I appreciate you tuning in and being part of this community. It's been an incredible year of project challenges and learning, and I'm glad I could share it all with you. I'm looking forward to everything we're going to get into next year. Have a safe and happy New Year celebration, and I will see you all in 2026.